% of Uganda's population today are usually related to unemployment in one way or another. When you look at the job market that is available right now, it cannot take up everyone that is graduating from university, and yet graduates coming out every single intake. It's no longer even every single year, but every single intake there's a graduation that happens next to it. So you get to see that there's a lot of young people that are looking for some sort of employment, but maybe because of the curriculums that we have right now, they've not been skilled enough to actually be able to handle what life will serve them in their futures. My name is Priscilla Regina Naloga, and welcome to our Kickstarter, Rethinking Skilling Youths for Sustainable Livelihoods. Now, a few years back, President Museveni launched the presidential initiative on skilling the youth and women, and he has since boosted it by offering startup capital in a hope for it being an option to solutions of unemployment among the youth. And I do have Raymond Kamgisha, who's the Director, Presidential Initiatives, and also Industrial Hubs State House, here to talk to us about this and more, where it started, where it is right now, and what is the future. Good morning to you, Raymond.
Morning to you, Priscilla, and viewers. So, Industrial Hubs started around 4-5 years ago. It started with Skilling Kampala, the girl child program, and then the population got interested in what the president was doing in Kampala, so especially members of parliament. So as he campaigned around, people were asking, why can't we skill our people everywhere around the country, and then we're able to all benefit, not have a holistic approach for the youth, not only in Kampala. So the president, being a person of his word, he started the initiative, and he's been able to roll out across the country. We have 20 industrial hubs across the country. If I have a luxury of time, I can go through them. They cross from Kasese to Zombo, Gulu, Karamoja, Mbarara, Chigezi, talk of Basaka, Mubende, Kayunga, Jinja, Mbale, Soroti, everywhere there is an industrial hub. So what happens at an industrial hub, we are doing basically 4 major things. One, the main component is skilling. We are skilling youth. You know, we have like 3 categories of youth in this country. We have the educated, not
skilled,
not employed. Mm-hmm. We have also the unprivileged, those people who never went to school. They have no skill, they have no education, they have nothing. They are those who are there but underemployed. So we are targeting all sectors of the youth. So majorly we want to first address those who never got an opportunity of going to school by teaching them. That's why we teach in the local language. So if the hub is in Chigezi, they're teaching it in Runyankore, Ruchiga. If it's in Gulu, they're teaching it in Acholi. Okay. Yes. So the instructors have been picked by Director of Industrial Training, of course certified. Then they teach in the local language. So if you just came, you never went to school, you can learn something and start on something. And you see what the whites did, they just brought all this notion that if you never went to school, if you didn't go to, like you never went to university, then you're not educated. But people are good at so many other things. And these are the things that you find that are helpful in society. So also the president, I would like to thank the president for bringing up the Directorate of Industrial Training. That DIT helps assess every person at their own, whatever you are good at, they can assess you and certify you. If you're a good carpenter, you never went to school and you're good at it, they can assess you and then you get something.
Okay. So when the youth go through these different programs, at the end of the day, they get to be assessed and certified by DIT.
Yeah. So DIT assesses you and then gives you a certification. So we give level 1, which is the after modular, like if somebody never went to school, they can just assess you and you get a modular level. Then after modular level, then you can give you level 1. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's one category of youth that are underprivileged. They never went to school and they didn't have a prior skill. Let's talk about the educated young people.
The educated, we have value addition component. We have a value addition component. Like, for example, in every region, why in Chigezi? For example, in Chigezi, why can't we skill people, or maybe people can't, like, why should we buy crisps? Yet we have, or Pringles, yet we have Irish in Chigezi. Potatoes are there. In Sebei, they are there. So want those people who have been like educated, you're not doing something, now you can just go and into value addition chains, and then you also can get something. So that's what happens in industry hub. So we have the skilling component, we have 4-acre model, being an agricultural country. The president has been talking about the 4-acre model. So, and people, you know, for example, if you do dairy, people go to Kenya, go to where they don't even have rains. They don't even have nice cows. Nice cows are in Uganda. Uganda has a luxury of rain. So, with 2 good seasons. So why should we be going abroad? So want to do these things at the comfort of the people of Uganda in every region. There's a 4-acre model. You can come, learn how to till your land profitably, even like urban farming. For example, you can put, you can just get your manure, mix some soil, put in a sack, and then you can have cabbage, you can have spinach, you can have something. Those small things that take us to the market, you can have them there. So we'll be teaching them at every industrial hub.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
Could you please elaborate more about this 4-acre direction?
The 4-acre model is like, of course, the president thought that people could have maybe 4 acres, so it's relative. Some people have, like when we went to Karamoja, they were saying for them they have a lot of land, maybe we should talk about 50-acre model, because they have a luxury of land. But want to teach people from those who have too much, the little, and also who have moderate. So we are teaching urban farming. If you don't have, let's say you're renting, you're staying somewhere, you don't have anything, so can teach you also those agricultural practices. The whole concept is about agriculture. It's how you can best utilize their land use practices, basically. How best you can use your land to benefit you, to solve the immediate needs, let's say, of food, but also you sell for the market.
Okay. Does that also, agriculture, does it cover both crop and animal husbandry?
Of course. Agriculture cuts across. So we'll teach also, that's what I was talking about. Why should people go to Kenya to learn about farming, yet we are the best of it? Yes. Uganda has a comparative advantage in farming than most nations, because they have, God blessed us with nice weather, we have good fertile soils. So our people should be just taught so that they can just improve what they already have.
So how do people tap into these presidential industrial hubs? What are the qualifications and what is needed by your office for a young person out there to actually come, learn something, and go away with additional value?
You just need to be a Ugandan with a national ID or something close to a national ID to show that you've made an effort at least to get a national, something that identifies you. Maybe even you can be lenient on LC letter if you can be identified. Then we have criterias. We have the districts, because this program is very competitive, so it is zoned in regions. So per region, we have the district committees, which are composed of elected leaders, that is the chairman LC5, then we have also the chairman of the ruling party. We have the security part of it, that's the RDC and the DISO, to vet and tell that so and so is from this place. Then we also have the technical people that are led by the COW, that is the chief administrative officer of the district, and then district commercial officer, because we have the value addition component. Then also we've added the chairperson youth council, because we are talking about the youth. So youth should be at the forefront of this. When we are choosing youth, you don't leave out youth leadership. So it has been designed also cater for that. Then also our mothers best know what our interests are. So we have the chairperson, women council of every district. So it's a very transparent program, corrupt free. You just apply at your district. They vet and choose, then they pick you, they send us to the secretariat. We have a secretariat at the national level, so which is composed of teams from Ministry of Local Government and then led by State House, of course. Then we write back the successful people, and then these people just go and learn. You need to be between 18 and 35. Educated or not, you're free to come and be skilled. Then again, the program is free of charge. It's free of charge. So I shouldn't
pay for any forms?
Nothing.
I shouldn't give
nothing,
the LC5
nothing.
any
Actually, if a person asks you for anything like that, even if it is 1,000 shillings, just to report to the anti-corruption team of State House, we'll pick that person and arrest them. It's a totally free of charge program. All you have to come is your personal needs, maybe your clothes and everything, but we provide even a bed sheet. We provide the beddings, all beddings, mattresses, and everything. Meals, they are provided for.
Okay, so walk me through the intakes. How long are the intakes, and how do you actually break them down for that long?
Our intakes are 5 months. Like right now, there's one ongoing. We've started with 12 industrial hubs. 12 of them from Kasese, Chenjojo, Mbarara. We have in Masindi for Bunyoro. We have Zombo, Gulu, Orira, Napak in Karamoja, Sebei, in Kwen there, Mbale. So these are ongoing, Kayunga there. So we've started with 12 of them. And we are trying to say that if you, for the 12 that are on, we are beginning with skilling. We have four major skills that we've started with. That is carpentry. We've started with tailoring. We've started with hairdressing, and then also welding. Those are the four major skills that we are giving, and people have embraced the program. It is 5 months. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, when you're having that criteria selection, how do you balance between the girls and the boys in terms of admissions?
Priscilla, I would like to tell you that this program is very unique, very gender sensitive, because this program is residential. So we have dormitories, because we thought of if people in a zone, for example, Mengo here, Mengo takes all the most districts of central Uganda here. So I wanted to balance it up, because a person in Uruwero, all districts get equal numbers. So that's why it's residential. So someone can't come from Uruwero, learn from Kayunga, and then go back, because we've started it small now. We want, if it picks up, then it will be rolled to every part of this country. So that's why we say that people must come, and then they are accommodated in that small number, that small dormitory capacity we have. So dormitories are equal, 50% ladies, 50 gents.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's very good consideration in terms of empowering youth, but also gender-based. Now, let's talk about how many young people do you take on per hub, per intake?
First of all, we started now with 220, but we can stretch to, because we started with 4 skills, and these skills have a carriage capacity. For example, a machine, we got in touch with experts. A machine, because you know it's a short course, and it's 5 months, so want that welder to learn everything within that 5 months, the theory, the practical, and everything. And remember, these are people who have not gone to school. So we have a carriage capacity. So that's why we have a carriage capacity of certain. So because we started with the 4 skills, that's why I have 220, but we can stretch 300 maximum. That is the per dormitory capacity.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after the 5 months, the young people will graduate. They'll be certified by DIT.
Yes.
And then thereafter, do you aid them with startup capital to then employ themselves and actually apply these skills thereafter?
No, you see, we did that in this Kampala program. And when we did the Kampala program, we are giving people money. They would give someone money, and then someone goes and starts up what?
Salon, maybe?
Yeah. Even some people would go and buy a phone and do other things. So this program wants someone, when they learn, they go and then they're absorbed in other programs.
Okay. All right. So the onus is on the young person after graduation to actually make sure that they use that skill to make a living.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then it brings into sustainable livelihood perspective. Yes. So far, in the different hub participations, what have you actually seen as success stories? Could you share with us some success stories?
Of course, the program has started, so there are no big success stories. Yeah, so we have just started, and the good thing is that people have embraced this program. Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's so many other questions that then are raised right now. We do have the parish development model, and I feel like this is clashing with the parish development model, which has a consideration of 30% of that money is going to the youth skilling.
You see, the problem is when you have people who are not skilled, there's nothing much they are going to produce. The only way we can sustain our people is to take them industrial, and that is through skilling them. So parish development model is going to absorb these people that we are skilling. For example, if they need a startup, that's where they go. We send them to parish development model. But without skills, these programs have been there benefiting people. And so without skilling people, then you will not have much. You will not have much you have achieved.
Okay.
Yeah. All
right. So Raymond, in your capacity, what encouragement are you giving the young person out there so that they can sign up for the next intake?
I would like to, if you get a chance, because this is a golden opportunity. Like, it's in a whole region to be chosen. So I want to call upon Ugandans to take their children, and in case you get that opportunity and you get there, go learn diligently, and then you're able to get skills and join the money economy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Raymond, who's the Director for Presidential Initiatives, and he has talked to us about the cohort that is current, about 220 young people that have been signed up for 4 major skills. They're going to be in residential training for 5 months, and we are waiting for the results after 5 months. We're going to be taking a short breather. We'll return shortly.